Guys, RB the Garden Nanny. Today I am going to be sharing with you my big leaf hydrangea that is so beautiful. I found this at Lowe's on clearance, and I'm going to be showing you first of all how after the blooms started fading, how I pruned those blooms off and how I was able to produce more beautiful flowers as you see here. Also, how to dry hydrangeas. I am sitting out here in the veranda looking at my beautiful big leaf hydrangea. Now, this is something that I've always wanted. I've always wanted one of these blue, purple, whatever color you want to call it. It is a beautiful hydrangea. But at this point, the flowers are a little spent, and it's time to cut them back. And by doing this, I have an opportunity for more growth. And I would love to see more of these beautiful flowers. So a friend of mine just recently saw my beautiful hydrangea, and she picked her one up as well, and she asked me how to prune it. And because I've never had one like this before, I've always had limelight hydrangeas and those types of hydrangeas, but I've never had this big leaf. And I told her I really didn't know, and I would have to do some research. Now I have done my research, and I'm ready to share with her and anyone else who is new to this hydrangea. So basically, this is the head of the hydrangea, and if you follow down on the stem, you will see right here, see those little bumps there? There's one here and one here. You can cut right above those, and you will have fresh new growth coming from those points. So yeah, you just travel. You can cut it off right here if you like. Or you can just go ahead and cut right above. I'm going to cut right above these points. And if you look at all the rest, this one I already cut before, as you can see right here. I already cut above that. Now I just cut the flower head off, but what I'm going to do is travel down this stem, and you see those points. I'm going to cut right there, and there you have it. Same thing here. Here's the head, travel down the stem, and there's the point. And then this one is getting ready to open. So that's pretty exciting. But this plant stays on the veranda. I've had it out in full sun before, and the flowers wilt really, really quickly. And who wants that? So I just leave it in the veranda, and it gets filtered light. It gets some sun. Sometime I will put it right over here by the fountain, and I get more sun over there during the afternoon, because I have these screens up in my veranda. I don't get a lot of sun over here, but I get sun over there in the corner where you see the geraniums. I position plants where I know that I'm going to get some sun. So this usually stays right here on this table, but Sometimes I will place it over here, especially when the fountain is going and the water is splashing. It splashes up on against the hydrangea. But I would suggest keeping it in a area where it's gets filtered light, filtered sun, not a lot of sun to burn the flowers or wilt the flowers. So yeah, that is how I am going to cut my hydrangea. And matter of fact, I will cut one while I am sitting here. This one right here is already this is the one I was talking about. It already is opening up a little bit. I'm just going to take my pruners and cut right above it, and that was pretty easy. So that's what I'm going to do for the rest of this plant. And you know, that could be dried. You could take this and dry it, put it in a little vase, and I don't know, I usually do that with my lime lights. I'll put it in a little vase and put some water in it and let it just dry naturally. I mean, that would be a beautiful thing to keep as a dried flower. So yeah, that is how I cut my big leaf hydrangeas. As you can see from the points here, I have cut them back, each one of the heads. I went down the stem and I cut right above the points here. So that is what you're seeing here, right above the point of each stem. I have just did that all over the plant, and I am going to fertilize it, because anytime you go through, to me, anytime you go through a drastic cut of any kind, you need to fertilize. And what I'm using is this Schultz 10-15-10 plant food. I use this with my house plants, and I'm going to do the same here. You do not have to go out and buy this. Use some liquid fertilizer of your choice, or even if you have some plant soluble fertilizer that you can put in a can and then just put some water in it and move it around in the can. Every little bit, to me, helps when you've done a cut of any kind to a plant. So that's what I'm using. I put it in this container and I'm just going to give it a drink. I ended up cutting the heads off and putting them in this vase filled with water, and it will stay this beautiful color just as you see here. I have lime lights that I've done this to, and as you know, I don't know, maybe you don't know, lime lights are just the white panicle hydrangeas, and I just like their form, and I like to dry it and keep it around for a while. I think it's beautiful, and this to me is beautiful just as is, so keeping it around for a while will be great. Here is an update on the big leaf hydrangea. As you can see, there is new growth after cutting back. I'm glad to see that. It's doing pretty well. And this is my little glass ornament that I found in Colorado, Estes Park. I really like that. And yeah, this is what it's looking like. And I'm so glad that I cut it back because I do have some fresh new growth. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Do you see this color? I am super excited to see this hydrangea pushing out this color. Who knew that just cutting between the nodes, putting on a little fertilizer, that you would get this beautiful flush of color once again. I am so excited. I am showing this vase. This was a find I found on the street. It was in a video. I will post it at the top. You can check that out. But the focal point today for this vase is the beautiful limelight hydrangeas, and I caught it at the color I wanted. And I will show you as I demonstrate how I did it. It will remain this color. I've done this lots of times, and I just love this chartreuse color. It has a little of the white left, but it's mainly this green, beautiful green. It goes very nicely with this vase. I wanted to share that, and if you are interested in preserving, saving, drying your hydrangeas, you can easily do the same. So I have just cut these off from my limelight hydrangea. First step is to take all the leaves off, strip it all the way off. I have 4 of them. I like to see a nice bunch. This part is pretty easy. You're just stripping it right off the stem. So this is the last one. And I'm going to put it in a vase. I decided to use this bling vase that I found outside my son's apartment building, so now's the chance to use it. Make sure you check your height of your vase. What you want to do is cut at an angle between 2 nodes, these little green nodes on the stem. So I'm going to cut it at the bottom in the center at an angle. And then that'll sit nice. The same. And then this one is a little tall, so I'm gonna cut it in an angle between the nodes in the middle. And there you have it. So basically I'm gonna put like 1.5 inches of water in here. It's going to go up into the stems, and you're not going to put any more water in there. And you're going to have this beautiful color that lasts for a long time. I can't even tell you how long. I've had these dried hydrangeas for a very long period of time. Now this one is, this one right here needs a little bit more because I cut it too high. So I think I'm gonna run outside and get another one of these. So to the side, I'm gonna still use this for something else. I'm gonna strip this one, move all the leaves. And if you get some of the little flowers fall off the bottom, that's okay. It's still going to be beautiful. So you want to always check how tall your stem is in your vase to make sure that it's not too short. So I'm gonna go about here in between the nodes. And I like that. It's a little higher than the rest. Let me go to the next ring right up in there. I'll get that later. And that's much, much better. I love this chartreuse color. I love how it's giving me that look with the bling vase. I really like that. And in the water, you see that it's not that much water. We will not be putting any more water in this after this water goes up into the stems of these hydrangeas. That is what it's looking like at the moment. And I think it looks absolutely beautiful. This is the other one I did the other day. Let me move this out the way. This is the other one that I did the other day. And they both are beautiful. I love the blue and white vase, and I love the clear vase. Both of them are great. So yeah, this is so easy, and this will retain your color. I've seen them in people's homes, and it's just beautiful. And it's just that easy to dry your hydrangeas. All right, I hope this helps someone. Thanks for watching.